Hi, I'm Bridget McClellan. We're in Casebrook, Canterbury, and in this episode we'll be learning all about subdividing. Back in 2015, a family of 4 contacted Fowler Homes to find a way to get more value out of their large section. There are many reasons why a homeowner would want to subdivide their property: make profit to utilise unused land, to house older family members, or reduce lending levels. So, to get the ball rolling, there are a few personnel that need to be involved: a project manager, surveyor and valuer.
The subdivision process is actually quite simple. It starts with a meeting between myself and the client. With the Casebrook house, we ended up drawing a sketch based on what the client wanted. From there, we have a meeting with the surveyor. He provides a desktop assessment of whether there's sufficient land, enough space to do what the client wants. Once that's been approved, we provide more detailed plans, giving a client a more realistic view of the floor plan, the elevations, how the house sits on the site.
Next step is to meet the valuer and find out the value of the property and estimate the value of the new build.
When the valuer is appointed for this role, we look at this plan, and generally what the clients require here is they want to know what the value of this whole lot is on its clear freehold title as it sits there existing. And for this property, the property is worth around the $480,000 mark. And then they're more interested to know on what this property here, lot 1 being the existing house on the reduced title, was worth. Now this is quite a desirable lot in the fact that not everyone nowadays wants 900 square metres. Their lifestyle's too busy, and it's probably just a bit of a waste of land really. So when we look at this property, there's a lot of people actually like these sort of properties. 482 square metres, conventional home, and this property would sell for around the $420,000 mark. So the next question they want to know is, well, if we're going to create 450 square metres of a freehold title, what's that going to be worth on its own clear freehold title? And in these better parts, there's a real shortage of land at the moment. We're seeing a lot of sections having been taken up in Knightstream Park and the likes in Hallsville, and there's not very many sections available in large subdivisions in Christchurch. So this is becoming a very desirable option for people to do. This 450 square metre section on its own title would be worth around $200,000. So this is a very, very easy section to subdivide. Not all of them are like that, but this one is.
And that's good though, Terry, because basically that gives us information. So they've got a property basically subdivided worth about $200,000, less about 50 to subdivide it, and pay reserve contributions, and that helps you build a picture for what value of property we should build here.
Absolutely, and that would be the other option that these people here that own the section, they'd want to know after you've done your plan what that property is going to be worth on a 450 metre square lot. So the role of a valuer is quite intrinsic to this whole theory behind subdividing this site. They rely heavily on what we come up with in order to make this work. And also the bank relies on our valuations for this to work as well.
Right, now at this stage, after we've confirmed things with the valuer, we've established the values attached to the front property and the rear property, and we've established the plans. So now we're going to start going through a few sort of, I think, final details just to make sure we're not going to run into any problems. Some of those details will be things like the soil test, which is a requirement since the earthquakes. That'll ascertain what type of foundation system we need to put in. Then we'll complete the plans, basically then start looking at how we're going to relocate the garage to the front of the property if that needs to be done, how we're going to allocate services to the rear property, so new power, phone, fibre these days of course, and obviously sewer connections, stormwater connections. So start mapping out those critical sort of aspects of what you need to make a house work, and then obviously to titivate everything up together, we look at the landscaping. So how do we enhance the front property's landscaping, so give it street appeal, give it value, and also the rear property for the same reason, the street appeal, value, and also living spaces, because we have to have minimum living spaces to comply with the city codes. So once those things are all mapped out, we detail them all out, they become part of your quote, and then we present that quote to you for final sign-off, and then typically proceed to council for consenting and then construction. So it's actually quite simple for us to do that for you, and we do it because this is what we do every single day. So this particular client, this whole process took 12 months from start to finish, and we're really happy that they're happy, because that's the most important part about it, and they're looking for their next project at the moment.
So there we have it, a step-by-step process of how to subdivide your land. Can your property be subdivided? Why not find out more and contact Ivan at Fowler Homes for a free consultation.